other again in the championship. And in the midst of the pandemic, there is pandemonium in South Bend.
Uh-huh. About time. Yeah. Uh-huh. About time. Where? Set it off.
The number in Vegas is way too high. I 10.5, 11 points is what I've been seeing. I think that's ridiculous. I just think that these are two evenly matched quality teams, and they're not going to let each other get that kind of distance.
Notre Dame's offense is just going to line up and say, here we come. And the offensive line is going to say, we've carried this team all year. Get on our back. And they're just going to pound it into the end zone.
Right. We're kind of saying it all week. Well, our 11 guys will be there. You know what I mean? Like, the guys we are going to play with will be there, and that's what matters. But I'm excited that all those guys are back. We can play them, have all those people, be quiet once the game's over. Win.
But not sorry. This is a long time coming.
I want to call him tonight and talk to him about what he thought about Dabo Swinney. My God. Little whiner baby.
It's still Clemson, and I don't care. And the whole notion of, if anybody says it well, they beat him without Trevor Lawrence. They topped him in third downs. They topped him in turnovers. They beat him on the offensive line. They beat him on the defensive line. They won special teams decisive. I understand Trevor Lawrence is great, but Notre Dame beat the crap out of him.
Notre Dame's going to win in the trenches. I think that they're going to be able to run the ball. They're going to be able to contain Clemson's run. That includes Trevor Lawrence and what people think he's going to be able to do in the zone read game, etc.
Notre Dame was beating up Clemson on both lines. Like, that was the game plan, to wear them down.
Notre Dame has such a good offensive line and defensive line. It's hard for me to see them getting blown out.
Notre Dame's going to win this one. They have more playmakers on defense, especially in linebacker with Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah and safety Kyle Hamilton. And on offense, Ian Book has more answers than Trevor Lawrence does. It sounds crazy, but in terms of tight ends and wide receivers that can do more things from more positions, Ian Book has more opportunities to take care of problems that arise. Notre Dame wins this game.
And you can say all you want about the losses that Clemson had defensively. Schoolsy and
Thomas for the first half.
Yeah, Davis and Xavier in the first half.
No way you can convince me that freshman that played his heart out and play a great game or whatever. And then Trevor Lawrence would have made that game lopsided. There's no way they would have made it lopsided.
I don't know how much better Clemson gets, frankly, with Trevor outside of just style points, and that matters, but I don't think that they're going to have a better result or get to the point where they're blowing the Irish out.
At the end of the day, this is a Notre Dame team that matches up really well against Clemson. Notre Dame has a better team. I think they're going to win.
Hey, Josh, can I ask you a quick question? Of Clemson's 34...
Travis Etienne run over 6 yards?
Clemson's 34 total rushing yards, which was your favorite one, and why was it the negative 14 rushing yards they had in second overtime? Let's go!
The best running back in this game is going to be in a gold helmet. Kyron Williams is going to end up with better stats. I think he's going to run the ball harder.
They could have just iced that game. They could have blown out Clemson in the first game. Notre Dame has the potential to just be dominant. I think that this Notre Dame football team is dominant.
This is a more physical kicking Notre Dame football team. They are tougher than Clemson. Period. It's even more drastic. Your defensive line is just tougher than Clemson's offensive line. They're tougher a lot in the trenches. And if they win on those two spots, like they did in South Bend, I don't see any difference. Notre Dame, I think, has the advantage in both trenches. I think Notre Dame's skilled players on offense are better than Clemson's skilled players on defense. I just see Notre Dame winning. How's Travis Etienne going to get any yards running the ball?
He's not.
What they did against Clemson in the running game has nothing to do with Trevor Lawrence. So is Trevor Lawrence going to get you better?
Well, normally he's right. It's hard to be the team twice, except Cam, when you're the better team. I honestly think Notre Dame's the better team. I think they're the best.
This is a big deal. This is the elite team, right?
And I want to say real quick, just like, Clemson hadn't lost in 39 regular season games. They had 28 wins.
Saturday.
By the way, love that they had 8 wins versus ACC opponents, and now that streak is broken by a team that's literally only in the ACC for 1 year. I love that. Yes.
Yes! Notre Dame was the tougher team in the trenches. You don't, like... It's not like they're hanging out for dear life and need a miracle to win.
This notion that Clemson only lost because they were missing people, it sort of rankled the Irish a little bit.
There's no way that they would have wrecked
Let me spin it like this.
You know?
This game has no caveat. And speaking of the offensive line, dude, they're out there murdering guys. Clemson was beat down. Even as peak Trevor Lawrence out in the field there tonight. They shut that down.
No, I think Notre Dame wins this. The pass efficiency of their Irish is what they do well, which is run the ball, keep the ball, and make sure the tight ends get that thing so that they can stay safe and the ball's not in the hands of Clemson.
I've never wanted anything more in my life than for Notre Dame to win this ACC championship and then throw it in the proverbial Hawaii Bowl storage locker. You know?
No, man, you bolt that thing to the mini hallway for the opposing teams. You just bolt it there and be like, you flatten it up with a steamroller, and then you bolt it to the wall, and it's like, I don't give it, you know?
Check it out, mister, come on to you, yes, and you, the rhythm, and you, the rebel, and you, forever, for all of y'all, yes. We too deep. We too deep. Hey, hey. 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 We too deep.
Let's be legendary. Let's go be great.